This funk, thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Eyes realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and know that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The ring be looking like when blessings drop in. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleanse me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm Urban. I appreciate y'all tuning into the stream today. Got a lot of people in the house today. Showing up. How you doing? What's up with it? Appreciate you tuning in. And tough love. Thank you so much for tuning in to the stream as well too. Appreciate it. We Me and Tough Love, we actually had a really good conversation on his channel. So I had shared it out on my community wall. If you want to check out that stream that we did together on this channel, by all means go to my community wall and watch this show. We had a great time. We had a wonderful conversation. So don't miss out on that. All right. And also, if you're not sub up to Tough Love channel, by all means sub up. Really good brother. Really good brother. So today we're going to have a conversation again. Of course, it's always going to be about the behavior of modern day women. All right, and I do have a video that we're going to react to today. But before we get to that video, I want to share with y'all another video that came across my desk, and I'm very curious to see what is y'all perspective about this video. Okay, so let me go ahead and share this with y'all. I let's let's see. All right, here we go.
I am never, ever, ever in my life going on a regular date again. Because this man set the bar so high. I didn't even know that the standard were so low before. So this man asked me what my ultimate dream date would look like. And if you know me, you would know that it includes going abroad. So he asked me, what city in Europe haven't you been to before? So I told him Madrid, and he was like, okay, I can make that happen. So he got me my flight to Madrid, he got me my own hotel room, and we went to Madrid together. First, I was like, I'm so wild for doing this, but it was actually so nice. We went shopping the first day. I told him I wanted to go to Sephora. He said, say less, we're going to Sephora and you get whatever you want. Next thing I know, he brings me to Cartier. He asked me, do you like this Trinity bracelet? I was like, yeah, I like it. And then without any hesitation, he got it for me. And that's when I realized that the things Shara 7 and the things the Wizard Liz are talking about are so true. When you change your mindset towards relationships and stuff, you will be surprised what kind of man you attract. I just felt so feminine this whole trip. He arranged everything, he booked everything, and all I had to do was just be there and be cute, I guess. Also, side note, on the first day when I arrived in my hotel room, he knocked on the door and got me this perfume just because, like, girls, the bar was so low before. And just to be clear, this man did not touch me once. And that's where you know that you have a masculine man that has respect for you. Yes, that's what we love. Anyways, this is what I look like for our date. We went to Amasanico. He booked that. He told me that it's a very good restaurant. I was looking cute. I was not doing too much, but it's giving I'm the prize and princess treatment only. Oh, but no, guys. Guys, girls, this is for the girls only. No, it's actually for the guys as well. Take some notes, guys. And girls, don't settle for less. Good men are out there and you deserve the world. Princess treatment only. So I had mentioned to this man that I love a specific Ghanaian dish that I haven't eaten in a while. And when I went home, he literally ordered the dish. So when I came home, I had food at home and I was so happy. And isn't that so thoughtful? Anyways, girls, if he wanted to, he would. And sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't settle for less.
All right, so let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about this, okay? First of all, thank you for everybody who's hitting that thumbs up. Appreciate everybody who's tuning into the stream, and appreciate everybody who's going to catch the replay of the stream as well too. Thank y'all so much. But let's talk about this. And just like I say, this video is just an introduction to the main topic we're going to address today on this podcast. Now, this young lady, she had met a guy, right? And so right off the bat, the guy asked her what was something that she always wanted to do. She picked the most expensive thing, which is to travel. So the dude said, "Say less," and he decided to take her on a alleged vacation trip. Okay, and so throughout her whole monologue, she's describing how the way this dude is treating her. She's describing everything that the dude is doing for her, right? But I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all notice any discrepancies with her story? Do y'all notice any red flags with her story? Because I notice a lot. I notice a lot. But do y'all notice a couple of discrepancies, some red flags with her story? But what how the way she describing this dude as being a great man, a gentleman, and all these different things. Okay. Let me explain this to y'all. Salute everybody. Felix, salute. But let me explain this to you, okay? Right off the bat, instead of this dude getting to know this woman for her, he decided to use his money as a gateway to impress her. Well, you should be asking Urban, well, why is this a red flag? Why? It's simple. Because whenever a man lead with their wallets, lead with their pockets, guess what? They're not getting the actual full substance of the woman. That type of woman is looking at him for one purpose and one purpose only, which that is that he got money. Meaning that wherever she asks for, this dude is going to do it. We call this being a beta male simp. Okay. That's what we call it. Being a beta male simp. When you out there in the dating market, right? Your whole goal is to get to know that person. It shouldn't finance is going to be eventually will be the conversation in the relationship if y'all decide to pursue further in it. But when it's in the beginning of it, mm-mm, red flag. But listen to her story. Listen to everything that she's saying. She never at once acknowledged the dude, right, for us being a good dude, for us his personality or anything like that. She never said that. She's only acknowledging the fact that he's doing things for her. Okay. So let's review this again. We're gonna review this real quick, then we're gonna get to the main topic we're gonna talk about. All right. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in. But yeah, let's get it, y'all.
I am never, ever, ever in my life going on a regular date again. Because this man set the bar so high. I didn't even know that the standard were so low before. So this man asked me what my ultimate dream date would look like. And if you know me, you would know that it includes going abroad. So
Once again, he asked her what was her ultimate dream date would look like. And she said going abroad, meaning that she loves to travel. So she decides to pick the most expensive trip. Okay.
he asked me, what city in Europe haven't you been to before? So I told him Madrid, and he was like, okay, I can make that happen. So he got me my flight to Madrid, he got me my own hotel room, and we went to Madrid together. First, I was like, I'm so wild for doing this, but it was actually so nice. We went shopping the first day. I told him I wanted to go to Sephora. He said, say less, we're going to Sephora and you get whatever you want.
So not only this dude funded the trip, this dude funded her hotel. And according to how the way she's describing the story, it appears that he even paid for her room. And it also appeared that he's not even sleeping in the room with her. He was only paid for her room. And on top of that, he decided to take her out shopping to Sephora. And on top of that, he's decided to take her out to get a meal.
Next thing I know, he brings me to Cartier. He asked me, do you like this Trinity bracelet? I was like, yeah, I like it. And then without any hesitation, he got it for
Absolutely.
me. And that's when I realized that the things Shara 7 and the things the Wizard Liz are talking about are so true. When you change your mindset towards relationships and stuff, you will be surprised what kind of man you attract.
Now listen to her statement. She honestly believing just because she had found this man to be a simp towards her, right? That she done got the perfect catch, that she done won, right? And she sat up here explaining to her audience that, well, all you have to do is change your mindset. Or she's saying this, well, all you got to do is manifest that thing. If you manifest the perfect man who's going to do these things for you, then it's going to happen how the way it's happening. But once again, she never acknowledged this dude personality, how the way he is, different things like that. She only acknowledging the things that he is doing for her to make her happy. Now, I want to bring this to your attention too. Okay. This is a textbook definition of how these type of modern day women end up dating these dudes, especially these beta male simps, right? End up dating these type of beta male simps, and guess what? These are the same one who become narcissists. These are the same one who become controlling. These are the same one where next thing you know, she's posting a story that God is going to get me through this relationship because the dude ain't treating her right. Because she believes since he's doing these things for her, that that don't clarify as him being a good man. But that's not true at all. That's not true at all. And once again, I want to make this emphasis once again. Anytime a man lead with their pockets, anytime a man lead with their money, instead of leading with their character, leading with their core values, leading with their moral compass, that is an automatic red flag. I'm letting y'all know that is an automatic red flag. I guarantee that dude has some type of mental issues going on with him. Guarantee. So in this situation, just because she out and doing this trip, she also thinking that this dude don't want nothing in return. But no, he do. This dude wouldn't be spending all this money on her if he didn't want nothing in return. He not gonna spend all this money on her just to take her out on a trip and get a hug. No, he not gonna spend all this money on her just so he could be in the friend zone. No, mm mm, not at all. He gonna want something in return. It just haven't came up yet, but it's coming. And so all I'm saying is that ladies, if y'all have this mentality, if you listening to this woman and have this mentality, you're setting yourself up for destruction for real. You're setting yourself up to be with a narcissistic dude for real. Just let you know. What have you done for me later? Facts, facts, facts. But so let's go ahead and segue into the main topic for the stream. All right. So once again, I ran into a TikTok, right? And this woman had a situation that happened to her. Same situation, but different woman. She in a meeting this dude on a dating app, right? And so she met this dude on a dating app, and this situation happened to her. And I want your honest perspective about this. Okay. Listen closely.
Am I wrong for this? Anytime I tell this story, no one ever agrees with me. But I swear when I think about it, I'm right. So when I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't know anybody. And I joined Bumble and matched with this guy, right? We had been talking, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I got a good vibe. So anyway, I had asked him if he knew any handy people because I had a lot of like furniture coming into my apartment and I needed help putting it together. Although I did not know him well enough, I trusted him enough to come to my apartment. Now, in hindsight, that was probably a bad idea, but it is what I did. So before he came to my apartment, I had a conversation with him about payment because I didn't want for him to come and I didn't like him and then he felt like he got. So we talked about payment and I told him I'd give him a certain amount for him putting together like 2 pieces of furniture. Well, he put together a bed and a desk. So I don't remember exactly how much we agreed on, but I did say I was going to Zelle him the money. So when he came over like early the Saturday morning and he ended up like starting right away. He was definitely somebody that I could see myself talking to on the long haul. So it was cool. Like he was we were getting to know each other. We were talking about family. We were talking about life, all this kind of stuff. So around lunchtime, I ordered us something to eat. And as we were eating, we were like really talking, right? It was good. So when he was done, he kind of like chilled for like another couple of hours just to like rest. And we were really vibing and he was like, I would really like to see you again. And I was like, cool. So when he's ready to go, we go outside and he gives me a hug. And then he was like, okay, so I'm going to text you my Zelle information so you can send the payment. And I'm like, okay. So in the moment, I was just a little shocked, but I didn't like let it on. I was just like, okay, just text it to me. So the next day I sent the Zelle payment and I was just like, oh, thank you for coming over. I really appreciate it. And then I didn't say anything else. And he was texting me and I did not respond. And he wasn't used to that because obviously we had been like texting all day long, you know, talking throughout the day. It was good. at that time. But then I just decided that the fact of him asking me for money after like we had a good day, and I do understand that we agreed upon it, but I just thought it would be different since we were going to start dating. So finally he asked me like, what's up? And I was just like, honestly, I know we decided that I would pay you for that, but I really thought it was tacky that you actually asked me for the money afterwards, and you took it. So I did end up cutting it off and we didn't talk again. But when I told my cousin about it, she was like, you guys agreed on it. Like, I don't understand what the problem was. And honestly, like, if I'm gonna date you and you put together some furniture for me, you're gonna charge me? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
All right, so you hear a story, right? You hear a story. Jenny, salute. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. You hear a story. So, pretty much long story short, she's saying this. She said that she met this dude on a dating app. Okay. She had threw it out there, right, that she needed someone to do some handyman work for her, right? The dude went on to say, you know what? I know how to do that. I could do that. She said, cool. She offered to pay him for his services. He said, cool. So he go through the process of doing the services rendered, right? And within that time frame of him doing the services rendered, guess what? They start kicking it off. They start hitting it off. Allegedly, start hitting it off. Finally, when everything was all said and done, she compensated him with a dinner. She compensated him with conversation. When he finally got through doing the services, he asked for payment. Now her feelings is hurt because he asking for payment. So let me ask y'all this question: why was her feelings hurt? Why did she feel that she was entitled to not compensate this dude, not to pay this dude, where she already made a verbal agreement that she was going to do this? I honestly want to know why. I know the answer why, but I'm kind of curious to see what y'all think about this. Honestly, Fina said, "Oh my word." Jenny said, "Do you want my honest opinion?" Sure enough, like, we're not doing this today, Urban. So I'm gonna give y'all my perspective about this. Okay, I'll give y'all my honest perspective. This is what really happened. Okay, based on her behavior, based on her mindset. First of all, when she asked this dude about was there anyone handy that he know about, right? Guess what? She was already manipulating that dude. Wanna know why? The reason why is because she didn't have to ask a dude that she met on the dating app about handy services. She not asked that dude that. She could have very well did her own research. Hell, she could have went and talked to her family. If her father was living, she could have talked to her father and see if her father could have did it. If she have any brothers, she could ask her brothers, her cousins, or she could have simply looked for a handyman service herself. So she didn't have to ask this dude this, but she did that purposely for the simple fact that she wanted this dude to do this for her. She wanted this dude to render this service because she was trying to get something out of this dude. That's the first part of it. The second part of it is dealing with the behavior of modern day women in their mentality. Like I always say on my platform, right? A lot of modern day women with this type of behavior, right? They have a entitlement mentality, meaning that they feel like no matter what, they need to be entitled to whatever it is. Okay. In this situation here, this woman she felt that she felt entitled to ask this dude for a service, but in her mindset, she really wasn't trying to pay this dude. She really wanted this dude to do it for free. Then on top of that, what she really wanted to do is that she wanted to pay this dude how the way she wanted to pay him, which is an act of service, which in this case, she said she went and bought lunch. She rewarded him with lunch, and also she rewarded him with a conversation. So she felt like since she gave them things to him, right? She felt like that qualified for her to void the very contract that she made with this dude. But unfortunately, this dude said, "Hell no, no. Well, I mean, we cool and all, but you made a verbal agreement with me, so I'm going to honor the contract that you told me about. Because other than that, I wouldn't do it, right?" So this one says she felt that since she did all these type of services with this dude, that she didn't have to pay this dude. But lo and behold, this dude did not act like a beta male or simp. He said, "Nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we still need to honor our agreement." That she ended up on saying that she felt some type of way about that. Reason why she felt some type of way about that is because of what she was saying. She said that I seen potential in this dude. But how did she see potential in him? She seen potential in him not because of his character, not because of his moral compass, but she seen potential in this dude because this dude is giving her something that she wanted. Nothing more, nothing less. Because other than that, if this dude did not have that particular talent or ability to do that, I guarantee that she probably had swiped right on the dude. Guarantee. But she knew she'd get something out of it. But let me, I'm gonna show y'all something too. Um, she had actually had a response because, as y'all know, people was eating her up about this because she asked for our advice how the way we feel about this situation. And a lot of people were saying, "Nah, you're wrong for this. You the one who offered the services to this dude. You the one who gave a verbal contract to this dude. So why you feeling some type of way when he asked for payment? You're wrong, sis." So she had a response to this, y'all, and I want y'all to hear her response. All right.
Tough crowd. Y'all are tough. You know, I put that video out there and I asked in the beginning of it, was I wrong? In life, you can do something and be wrong. It's okay. This thing happened 2 years ago and I was reflecting and I put it out there or whatever. You can disagree with me. What is not nice to do is just be mean about how you disagree. I'm not talking about this comment specifically. Some of the comments that I read was so unnecessary. You can say, yes, you were wrong, and this is the reason why. We can have a disagreement without being mean. And I don't understand why there needs to be some mean comments about something that happened in my life that really has no bearing on yours. Knowing himself that he wanted to date me after, because he went home and hit me up after and was like, what's up? Like, what are we doing? How are we going to start dating? And if you have that in your mindset while you're at my house putting together furniture, how can you then ask me for money? But listen, like, y'all can disagree. One of my friends was on there saying it was a transaction. She disagreed with me. Another friend agreed with me. So we can agree to disagree, but we just don't have to be mean about it. I think that's just all I'll say about this.
Now, real quick, her whole response about this is that she's saying that people was being mean to her. Now, I have talked about this before about being content creators or influencers, right? One of the biggest responsibilities of us being a content creator or influencer is that we have to learn to have tough skin. What do you mean by that, Urban? It's going to be people who's going to agree with you or what you're talking about. It's going to be people who's going to disagree with you or what you're talking about. And then you're going to get a set of people who are just flat out trolls, who's just going to be trolling your stuff just to be doing it. Because for some reason, it make them feel good about themselves to do that. Okay? So that's why I say if you're trying to be an influencer or a content creator, you have to have tough skin. You have to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly about being a content creator and an influencer because these things are going to happen. Now, I had looked at the different comments that people said about her. Most of the comments was that people was giving her a pushback about her decision, saying that she was wrong. And so she was disagreeing with them because she honestly feel like she was right in that situation. And here's another thing too, is that whenever you put your business out on YouTube, it is or on social media, period, whether it's TikTok, whatever, it is subject for people to give a review on it or to give their perspective about it because you the one who decided to put that information out there. Not them, you did. So I believe that it is very unrealistic for a person to have this type of argument saying, well, y'all need to stop being mean to me or whatever. My only thing about this is that now if it's dealing with cyberbullying, then yeah, you do what you need to do to take care of cyberbullying because I don't agree with cyberbullying at all, period. In fact, I'm zero tolerance with cyberbullying. So a person be like, even right now, a person be in like in my chat or whatever, and they're not giving an opinion. They literally cyberbullying and stuff and doing weird stuff, trying to dox and try to find out where I live just because they disagree with what I'm saying. Then that's zero tolerance. I can understand that, but just by people giving their opinion and they just express it in a way, that's not cyberbullying. They're just them saying it, and you have to learn to just wear that tough skin and just moving on. Then one other thing too. And I'm continue. Um, I when I was in customer service, right? One of the biggest things about customer service is that they teach us to how to deal with irate people or unruly people. So they teach us these different techniques to how to de-escalate situations. Okay, these type of techniques is just the same as being a content creator too. Okay, or being an influencer. You have to know how to effectively disarm people, but do it in a way where you're being respected. Okay, all right. But let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Jenny, she said this, but it was considered a date. Then the Spurgeon said this. She looks and sounds delusional. I would agree.
And I'm sure I'm not the only person who has made mistakes during their dating life because we're all human. And I say things on here about my experiences, whether, me being vulnerable and putting my business out on the internet, whatever, it comes at a cost, right? Because it's not just everyone who's going to be nice about it. But I'm just saying next time, like if you're making a comment about something and you disagree, just be nice. You can say I disagree. Just be nice.
All right, that's that part. And she had one more rebuttal too that I want to share with y'all. All right. Here's this. So now this is the last rebuttal that she had about this situation. All right. But let me get to a spoiler comment. She was just trying to get over, but dude should have known better and kept his business. Facts. I agree. I agree. Keep the business and pleasure. Now, I do understand the point that she met this dude on the dating app. I get that. I understand that. All she had to do is just tell that dude, well, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Or she could have just simply not asked for payment at all, period. That's all she had to do. But here's her last response to this.
I saw a video on Instagram, I think a month ago or something, about a woman who she was pregnant and she was posting about how she just wants a healthy baby. She doesn't care the gender. And the comments were atrocious. I think people were just mentioning the fact that what's wrong with having an unhealthy baby? What's wrong with having a sick baby? All this kind of things that has nothing to do with this woman actually wanting a healthy baby. Now, while that story has nothing to do with this post,
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even understand why she even mention that, but continue.
I say that to say people come on the internet to watch things and to react from their vantage point, from their experiences, from the things that they've been hurt by, from the things that they've experienced. I understand that. From my vantage point, this man came to my house after we had agreed that he would come put together some furniture and that I would give him money, which I did give him. And I misspoke in the first video. It wasn't something we agreed upon. I just gave him what I thought was fair for him being there.
Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. On the first video, she said that was something that they agreed upon doing. So why is she saying now that she didn't do it as a transaction? She did it as far as a gift and contribution. That's what she's trying to make it sound like now. That now she did it as far as a gift and contribution versus an actual transaction. But hold up. Let's go back to this video here again. Let me exit this out. Let's go to this video again and listen to the story. Because it sounds like she lying.
Am I wrong for this? Anytime I tell this story, no one ever agrees with me. But I swear when I think about it, I'm right. So when I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't know anybody. And I joined Bumble and matched with this guy, right? We had been talking, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I got a good vibe. So
she been talking to this dude about 2-3 weeks.
Anyway, I had asked him if he knew any handy people because I had
But within 2 weeks, she asked this dude, do he know anybody handy? Within 2 weeks of knowing this dude.
a lot of like furniture coming into my apartment and I needed help putting it together. Although I did not know him well enough, I trusted him enough to come to my apartment.
So she ended up trusting a dude that she only known for 2 weeks on Match.
Now, in hindsight, that was probably a bad idea, but it is what I did. So before he came to my apartment, I had a conversation with him about payment because I didn't want for him to come and I didn't like him and then he felt like he got. So we talked about payment and I told him I'd give him a certain amount for him putting together like 2 pieces of furniture.
So listen, she said that they had a conversation about payment. But she said here that, to be honest, the conversation wasn't about payment. That's what she said. It was about her giving a gift. Let's rewind it.
The first video, it wasn't something we agreed upon. I just gave him what I thought was fair for him being there.
She said that it wasn't something that they agree upon, but on this video, she said this.
An amount for him putting together like 2 pieces of furniture. Well, he put together a bed and a desk. So I don't remember exactly how much we agreed on, but I did say I was going to sell him the money.
So, in other words, she agreed upon paying this dude. But on this video, on this last video, she's sitting up here saying that she didn't. She's sitting up here trying to say allegedly that this whole situation was just a gift that she was trying to give to him for the services that he did. That was only a gift, nothing more, nothing less.
First video, it wasn't something we agreed upon. I just gave him what I thought was fair for him being there. It was a transaction, like you guys say in the comments, but it was something that I did not feel based on the vibe that was happening. This man wanted to date me. This guy was trying to kiss me. And then as we're saying goodbye, you're just going to be like, okay, so where's the payment kind of vibe? That's why I decided not to date this man. That is the only reason why. It has nothing to do with my past traumas. It was just, this is a man that was wanting to court me, but it just didn't feel right to me. And I stand down on that. I would not do something different. I asked you guys if you thought I was wrong. That's fine that you think that I'm wrong. It's okay to disagree. I made a video about this before. It's okay to disagree with me. We are all learning from our mistakes. No one is perfect. The fact that you do something different from me does not mean I'm wrong, you're right, or vice versa. It's okay that's why we're all different people. We've all had different experiences. And to the people who understand what I'm saying, thank you, because some of y'all are making me feel like I'm crazy.
So, P, salute, welcome. So, her whole emotional response is that she has responded back to the people who disagree with her. Everybody is saying that she is wrong for what she did. And the thing about it is that it does not matter if this dude was trying to pursue you or not. You agreed upon a service. You agreed upon that. Hell, in fact, both of y'all agreed upon that service. Now, it'd been totally different. It'd been totally different If this dude say, you know what? No, you don't have to pay me. I'm good. I'm not, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this service for free. Or he would say, you know what? You don't have to pay me, but how about you pay me with conversation? How about you want to pay me, with a meal? How about you want to pay me with us going out on a date? But even if he said that, that's still transactional. No matter what, it's not no gift or contribution. It's transactional. So yeah, regardless of the fact, she is wrong for this. And then on top of that, she the one who set up here and cut this dude out. She did the traditional thing that these type of modern day women with this type of behavior do. When they get up in their feelings, right, they end up not responding to the person no more. And then when the dude finally sit up here and say, "Hey, why you not talking to me anymore? Why not talk to me anymore?" She finally respond back, "Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you forced me to give you money for one service that I agreed upon." So yeah, people are looking at you crazy because that is not natural for you to do that. Other than for the simple fact that once again, like I say about these type of modern day women and this type of behavior, right? They think everything is transactional. So if they could get away with doing the bare minimum, then guess what? They're going to do it. If they could get away with having situations to where it only benefits them and them only, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna do it. And now understand this. Now, once again, I always tell people this all the time when I'm talking about modern day women. When I'm talking about modern day women, I'm not talking about women in general. I'm talking about these type of women with these type of behavior traits. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. When I mention about beta males or beta male simps or anything like that, I'm not talking about men in general. I'm talking about these type of men with these type of behavioral traits. And so in this situation, she is resembling this behavioral trait of trying to use this dude. And so when she didn't get away with it, guess what? She felt some type of way about it. Absolutely, she did. Glenn, what's up with it, man? Salute. But yeah, she let me rewind this song one more time, and we're gonna dive a little bit more into this, okay?
Okay, for that's why we're all different people. We've all had different experiences. And to the people who understand what I'm saying, thank you, because y'all are, some of y'all are making me feel like I'm crazy, which is okay. Again, like, you don't know me personally. You just have like a moment of my life that I decided to share with you guys. I'll just leave it at that.
So like I say, she is in her feelings because once again, people are reacting to what she decided to put out here on TikTok. She decided to put her life story out here on TikTok. And so now she's feeling some type of way that people was telling her, "You're wrong." Do y'all know that it been plenty of times that I done had my podcast and my shows where if I put it out on TikTok, where if I put it out on YouTube or whatever type of socials, right, that people disagree with what I said. And guess what? I don't care because that's people opinion. In fact, the reason why I talk about these certain things and stuff, right, or these things on my platform is that I want y'all to have the conversation. I want y'all to have the one back and forth the dialogue with me, especially in the comments, because I honestly want to see what's y'all perspective. I honestly do. And so if you disagree with me, it's fine. I ain't tripping. I'm not getting all emotional about it. You agree with me, it's fine too. It is what it is. Glib, he said this. He said, and I came in late, bro, but my advanced age, I have learned to get the ambiguity out the way and lay out my expectations. You are you are paying me with the money, correct? Facts, and that's how the way it should be. That's how the way it should be. In this conversation, well, once again, the dude did not lay the foundation. of the payment that need to be delivered. She did. She said something about it, not him. She did. And so she laid that foundation, she laid that expectation, and all that dude is doing is getting what's due to him, getting what's owed to him. When I was out in the dating market, right, there was a young lady that I was talking to at the time, where I was trying to see if she had any type of potential, right? And so what this young lady used to do to me is that she used to want text me all the time, right? But the thing about it is that she used to want to text me to do stuff for her. She used to want to text me to want to take her, to different places like to the mall or other places as well too. Hell, even came to the point where she used to want to text me to try to take her to work because she didn't want to catch the bus because she didn't have a vehicle to get to where she needed to go. The only other transportation she had was the bus system. So me at that time, being naive at that time, I decided to help her on that. So I noticed that situation it started getting more and more and more of her asking me for things, right? And every single time, I never asked her for anything in return. I didn't try to sleep with her or anything like that. I didn't ask her for no money, none of that, right? So one day, she asked me to want to do something for her again, right? And I'm like, you know what? Is this girl really trying to like really get to know me, or is she really trying to use me to get what she need to get out of me? Because once after when she get the certain thing out of me, right? Then we're back to texting each other. We're not even talking on the phone. We're texting each other. So one day she texts me like, "Hey, can you take me to this place?" Right? I say, you know what? Say less. Okay. But however, I told her this: I am a busy man, and I need you to pay for the gas. Guess what she did? She got upset. She just how the same way this how this lady is. She got upset about it. She started feeling entitled. She like, well, okay. Well, you didn't ask me for that before. Why you ask me for that now? I like for the simple fact that this whole type of interaction, right? I honestly believe that you just trying to use me. And so if you're trying to use me, right, for a type of services, right, acting like I'm your personal Uber or your personal Lyft, I need to get paid for it like a Uber driver. So she got upset about it. And guess what she did? She stopped talking to me. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. When she stopped talking to me, she stopped texting me, I felt so good about it. Because in my mind, I was like, man, I'm glad this one bite the dust because mm-mm. It's kind of like that old saying. Most of y'all dudes know this, right? It's kind of like the one old saying, right? That it's cheaper to keep her, right? That type of scenario. But the only difference in this situation is that it was actually cheaper to get rid of her. Because once again, just like I said, we didn't do nothing physical. We wasn't connected in no type of way. None of that. She allegedly said that I was her friend. So I was happy to get rid of her. And so I'm saying all that is because I could relate to this dude or what he's saying. You ask for a service render, yes, let's do it. Let's make this transactional happen. But I'm going to get what is owed to me. You're not fixing to get whatever you want to get out of me. It is not going to happen, period. So I'm supposed to say this. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird people get on social media and put their life out in public and cry about being judged. Facts. I agree. I agree. Jenny said this. My impression is that this is a little girl that have never been told no in her life. And here's another thing too. I didn't disclose this information, but this lady here, She is 40 years old. She is 40 years old. So when you get up in age, to me, when you get up in age, it it comes to a point where you reach a level of maturity where you start understand the overall dynamics of not only the situation but also with people. Period. You know what I'm saying? It should come to the point where you're not thinking childish anymore. You're not thinking about what you can get out of a situation no more. Because let's also be realistic too. These type of women with this type of modern day behavior, right? Their number one stance is this: is that they are a independent woman. Most of them say that they don't need a man, but however, they say that they don't need a man, but however, they are quick to ask a man for some type of services rendered. Which in this situation, she asked this dude for to help her with doing handy stuff. They do. Scorpio, what's up with it? Scorpio said this. Urban be finding these doo birds. Urban, where you be finding these people at? I'm like, hey, research, research. P, she said this. Use you facts. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, this is a woman that expects the world to be at her service, not just for men and dating, but everywhere she goes and everything she does. Facts. Facts. Because just like I showed to y'all, right? And also the first video that I showed, if you didn't catch the beginning of my stream, go back and watch that after this is over, okay? But even the beginning of the video that I showed you, right? Not this one, but the other video, right? It was the same type of entitlement behavior where these type of women, they want to have this princess type of treatment. They have the expectation for these dudes to do these things for them, right? But they don't want to reciprocate in return. But here's another thing too. Just like part of the manosphere, red pill community, and different things like that, right? One of the main talking points is that women are hypergamous, right? And so these type of women have that expectation that they want dudes to provide for them, and they want dudes to protect them. They have that type of expectation, but here's the problem. The problem is that they don't want to render services as well too. They want to give the bare minimal of services. Some of these type of women, if they do decide to do that, the very first thing that they decide to give up is what? Their bodies. And the reason why they do that is because they know that they control their bodies. Facts. So that's what they do. They'll give that type of services to these type of dudes and expect this high royal treatment in return. That's why a lot of men out there right now, that's why a lot of men don't want to, get married. They don't want to deal with this type of behavior because they don't want to be used and abused. They want to get something out of it. And most men, right? All they want is something simple. I promise y'all, all they want is something simple, which is peace, right? From their woman and support from that woman. Because in our mind, especially if we are real men, right? In our mind, we already know that we could take care of the household. We know we could take care of the foundation. We know that we could provide and protect for that woman. We know that. We're confident in that. And the only thing we ask for return is for that woman to be fit, friendly, submissive, and be supportive. That's it. That's all we ask for. Simple. We're not asking for that woman to take us out on a luxury trip, all the time and stuff like that. We ain't asking for that. And here's another thing too. Even like when it comes to like things like we go to things like the holidays and different things like that, like Father's Day, Christmas, and stuff like that. Ladies, have you noticed that if you do have a man or you're in a relationship or you have been in a relationship, right? Have you noticed that a man really don't ask for anything during the type of holidays, like for Father's Day, Christmas, birthdays, stuff like that? You notice that men really don't ask you for anything? Want to know the reason why? It don't have nothing to do with that dude pride or ego. It's because that dude is happy being in your presence. Your presence, as long as you are treating that dude with respect, you're very supportive to that dude, you're not pushing back on that dude is going to be happy just being in your mere presence. That's what's going to satisfy him. Kid you not. Kid you not. But when it becomes, like I said, when it becomes transactional, right, then that's when it changes. That's when these dudes start saying, nah, I'm going to get something out of this. Get that. You tripping. You tripping. Let me address some more of these comments. Oh, Scorpio rising. Glib, he said this. She sounds like a dry beggar. I agree. I agree. And just like I say, she had this expectation that she want this dude to do certain services for free. She really do. And the one sad part about this is that this type of behavior is learned behavior. And guess where that behavior comes from? By her being younger, she had mimicked that behavior with her parents, whether she was with a single mother, single father, or it could be in a two-parent household. But somewhere down the line of her growing up, right, she mimicked that type of behavior and felt like that she should have the princess treatment. Now, I am a father. Okay, I don't teach my daughters to have this princess treatment behavior. I don't want to teach my daughters to have this entitlement type of behavior. Not like this. I teach them that you should be respectable to people. I also teach them that you shouldn't have a expectation, right? I teach them and also equip them that if it's anything that they need, if I can't provide it for them or my wife can't provide it for them, guess what? I give them the skills needed to get it done themselves. And that's how the way it should be. So therefore, when they become older, right, they want to have this expectation, thinking that well, this dude got to do this and got to do that. Now, if the dude want to do that, and he's more than willing to do it, by all means, let him. Let him do that act of service, but don't be having this type of expectation or have this type of entitlement that he's required to do that. Because when you do that, it's unrealistic. It's very unrealistic. So that's what I'm saying. But other than that, y'all, that's all I have for this particular podcast. So, what would y'all think about this? Do y'all agree with my assessment of this? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? By all means, you know what I'm saying, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Or if you want to catch the replay, just let me know in the comments on the replay. And I do my best to try to respond to them as much as possible. All right. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Oh, one other thing too is that just like when I talk about these topics, right? I always talk about the problem about these situations, right? I talk about the accountability part, and I always talk about the solutions of this as well too. And so at the end, that's what I was discussing. What's the solution? What we can do to change this type of behavior? What she can do to do better the next time? Now, just like I say, I don't know this dude background. I don't know if he was a good dude or not. I have no idea because she didn't reveal that. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, if you know that you're talking to a dude and you know this dude is a really, really good dude based on not his money, but based on his moral compasses, right? Based on how the way he's treating you as a person, not as property, right? Then I say that you're winning. Matter of fact, I say that you won. And I honestly believe that these situations, that's where you need to vet out that person as well too, and see what they're really about, men and women. Because if you don't do that, then yes, you're gonna be in some situations that you're gonna regret for real. I'm just saying. But like I say, other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this podcast. I hope I gave y'all one of the different perspectives about this. Everyone who's not on sub up to my channel, if you are, by all means on sub up to my channel, share it out as well too. And other than that, I will see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. All right.